Hi my lovies, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. Yeah, I haven't done one of these in months. Like the last time I did one of these, it was on my other channel, which was my vlog channel, and I think I did it about 8 months ago. So it's been a long time since I've done a Q&A, and I get asked so often to do it. The last Q&A I did film but wasn't uploaded got corrupted, the files, and it was just so annoying. But actually the whole memory card got corrupted, it wasn't just the files. So I asked you guys on Snapchat. If you don't follow me, you can follow me there. All my handles will be down below. So I asked you guys on Snapchat, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, because every time I do a Q&A, people are saying, I don't have Snapchat and I never get to ask you questions. So I think I've covered all my social media other than YouTube. But if there's something that you want to know maybe and I didn't answer it today, then maybe write it in the comment section below. I might be able to answer it, or I might do another one of these Q&As. So I'm gonna go with Instagram first, since that's what I have open. I have a few comments on that. Oh God, I have a lot of comments on that. Thank you guys. Ash_McCarthy, and she actually asked me, how does Jimmy feel about your YouTube career? Jimmy's very supportive of my YouTube career. He actually acts as an unlisted, we'll say. He's not actually technically, but he does act an awful lot like my manager. So what he actually does is he helps with emails when I'm talking to companies. He helps with little projects that I might be doing, projects that I might have in the works. He helps with an awful lot of stuff, my studio, to try and help me get that set up, but he did help me fund some of that stuff as well. So he puts money into YouTube if I need it, because obviously YouTube is now my full-time job. I am trying to set up a nutrition clinic, which is just becoming very tough. Insurance is very expensive here, especially for public liability insurance, and your first time getting public liability insurance is very expensive in Ireland. So he is very supportive of that. So thank you for that question. Okay, so another question is actually about Jimmy. I'm just scrolling randomly and just stopping, and it is from Sarah72130, and she says, do you want to have kids with Jimmy in the future? And she also asks me, will I do a video with Jimmy? So I'll answer the first one. So me and Jimmy have been together we'll be 9 years together this summer. I have known him since I was probably 10. We've known each other a long time. We didn't obviously start going out when we were 10, but we've been going out since we were teenagers. You know, we're always kind of talking like marriage, kids and stuff, but it's not something that we're seriously thinking about. YouTube's quite important to me right now, and it's growing every single day. I just don't feel prepared right now to take care of another human being. I can barely take care of myself, and I'm just not in that kind of stage right now. So perhaps in a couple of years we'll be thinking about marriage and kids, but nothing right now. And also she asked, would Jimmy ever do a video? He's very shy. I will highly doubt it. I'd probably have to pry him to get him to do it. Perhaps one day. I mean, he's agreed to do the boyfriend does my voiceover, so that's a start. Next question is from Chloe Helen, and she asks, if you had the opportunity to release your own makeup line, what would it be called? What would the two main colors that the products would be based around? My main colors would have to be pink, and particularly, you know, my background, you know the way it's like a water splash, these little canvases, they're like water splashed over white. I love that, and pink is like my favorite color, or like peach or orange, they're like my favorite colors. So the next question is, was your dream job a nutritionist, or had you another dream job? That was my dream job once I decided I didn't want to be a primary school teacher. I was going to put my all into being a nutritionist, and I did it. It took me 4 years. I had to repeat my leaving cert because my mum and dad did not think I was prepared or ready to go off to college at that time. I mean, I was very young. I was only after turning 17. So they were like, no, you're not ready to go off, and go repeat your leaving cert so we can keep you around for a little while longer. So I did that, and then I went off and did my degree. So what is my favorite makeup brush? Asked Kate Welton. If I had to pick one, I would probably pick, and this is really random, but I would pick the Inglot 4SS brush. It looks like this. It is a synthetic brush, so you can use cream and you can use powder products. You can use it on your eye, you can use it on your face, you can use it for highlighter, you can use it for contour, you can use it to apply foundation. It does everything. So the only thing I think this does not do is apply product to the lid, because it just kind of sprays it all over. I'm gonna answer one more question from Instagram before I move on. I might need to come back to this maybe if there's not enough questions on the other areas. So if you could only wear one makeup brand for the rest of your life, what would it be? It would probably be Inglot, or for more affordable it would be, even though Inglot's really affordable in Poland, but I know in the rest of the world it can kind of get a bit pricey. And then for Drugstore it would definitely be Wet n Wild. I love Wet n Wild. Right, I'm gonna move on to Twitter next, and then I will go back to that. First question is from Ruth Handley, and she said, did you ever consider quitting YouTube? I never considered quitting YouTube. I considered taking maybe time off YouTube before. I did take time off YouTube. When I first started doing YouTube videos, I didn't really know what I was at, and I started uploading, and then I kind of stopped after about 3 months, and then I took like a year break, and then I only came back like 2 years ago, maybe. Just over 2 years ago. So I don't think I'd ever consider taking a break right now unless it was really getting on top of me. But I have the best supporters. I also have the nicest people around me in my life as well. Even though you guys are online, you are so amazing, but it's good to have very, very decent people around you and supportive people around you. And I have the best friends, the best boyfriend. My parents are amazing. So I would never quit YouTube because they're the ones that help me when I have tough days and I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this anymore. Maybe one comment might like tipped me over, and then I just think, you know, it's only probably a troll and just forget about it. Another question is from Rachel Cullen. She says, what is your favorite thing to eat? Currently, my favorite thing to eat is the Cars crackers. They're Jacobs over in the UK because I had them in London first last month, and they are in the salt and balsamic vinegar flavor, but I also have sour cream and onion down in the press, and I might give them a try later on, but they are like what I am obsessed with right now. From Morbid Minds, I love Morbid Minds. Morbid Minds is actually a channel that I love to follow. They asked me, in light of your successful YouTube channel and related qualifications, what is your ultimate goal? I'm presuming you're asking, would I like an ultimate goal with YouTube or an ultimate goal in my career as a nutritionist? I would have to go with, I would like to have my own brand. I want to be my own boss. I know I work for myself right now. Obviously YouTube is what I do right now, but I would like to own my own brand or my own company. It will probably take me a couple more years to actually get something that is really unique. Okay, from Louise Walsh, this is on Twitter again. She says, when you started YouTube, did you ever think that you'd be this successful? No, I started YouTube and I did it in my bedroom. Like, I have a little studio now, but well, not really a studio, it's just like a little room, tiny little box room. But I never thought that anybody would ever watch me. I didn't understand why people would watch me. I watched so many people, like especially Shyness, Casey Holmes, Nicole Guerrero. I used to love Marlena from Makeup Geek. When she uploads, I always watch her videos. I used to love Little Kiva. She was an Irish YouTuber, and I used to think that these people were just so amazingly talented at makeup, and I could never do what they do. And one day I sat down in front of the camera. I actually reviewed hair curlers. That was my first video ever, and it kind of grew from there. And I don't know why people watch me, but thank you so much to each and every one of you that watch me. It baffles me every day that people sit down and watch my videos and subscribe to me. And I never, not in a million years, that's the answer to your question, did I ever think that this would become a successful, or kind of successful, like a healthy channel. Okay, Christina Thurston. Oh, I'm so sorry, Christina, for pronouncing your surname wrong. She asked, would you ever do a collab if offered, and what would you want to create? Off note, I definitely buy whatever it was. I would want to create eyeshadows. I love anything got to do with the eyes, and you guys know that, and the eyes are my favorite thing ever to put on my face. They're my favorite thing ever when I am doing my makeup, and everybody says to me, your makeup's so dramatic, it's so dramatic. If you took away the eye makeup, the makeup wouldn't actually be that dramatic. Okay, unless it's like a really full coverage foundation, but in general, my makeup is never as dramatic. Like, I mean, a nude lip is not really that dramatic. It's always because of the eyes. There's like glitter and all sorts of colors going on. I love eyes, so it would have to be something to do with eyes. And thank you so much for wanting to purchase something that I don't quite have yet, but one day hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna move on to Facebook before I do Snapchat. Okay, my Facebook keeps crashing. I can't get onto that, so I'm so sorry if anyone's after asking me questions on it. I'll try and get back onto it in a sec. I'm gonna go on to Snapchat. Okay, Sarah_Cantillion asks, where do you hope to see yourself in 5 years time? 5 years time, I want to have my own house, and maybe I would like to have my own I would like to have my own business in 5 years, but I don't know if that's possible in 5 years time. And with YouTube, I'll still be here. So Brenda1941 asks, how did you find getting a job in your degree after college? I found getting a job easy. I walked into a job. I was actually sought after from my college recommendations, or like my boss actually wanted me in his pharmacy to be his nutritionist, and he actually asked me before I was even graduated. I graduated like 3 weeks after I started my first job. Ellie Nugent asked your top 3 drugstore / Boots products. I can't talk. My one heck of a blot has definitely become like a fond favorite of mine from Boots or from the drugstore. The L'Oreal Infallible foundation with the red lid, or my true match. I think I'm gonna go with the one with the red lid, the Infallible, and my under eye concealer from Collection. They're my 3 fail safe. I think that the drugstore / pharmacy brands do the best face products in my opinion. You don't even need to go high end to get good face products. I would pick stuff from Makeup Revolution, but you said Boots, so you can't get that in Boots. Okay, Yo-Yo Boys asks, when do you think you'll get married and have kids? I've kind of already answered that already. Jade McKenz asks, would you ever do a meet and greet in different places in Ireland? I would love to. Love to. If you know me in real life, I'm very similar to what I'm like on YouTube. There's not really a whole lot of difference. But I do get like, I don't know, I get really weird around large crowds of people that I don't know, especially if they've come to see me. That's why I often said to Jimmy, like, if we're ever to get married, I would just want it to be my immediate family. I hate people like swooning over me, or even at my birthday, I feel really uncomfortable because I'm like, you don't have to be swooning over me. So if I did a meet and greet, I would love it to be really casual, maybe like go for a coffee with a couple of subscribers, or everybody if everyone wants to come into the coffee shop, or maybe like meet in a park or something. I don't want to do this big formal thing where you stand around getting pictures with me. I don't want that. I want you to feel like I'm like a member of your group. And that we're just like hanging out like friends. Nearly every day that I go out now, somebody will come up to me, and I absolutely love it. Like, I really love meeting you guys, but I'm just a normal girl to come up and be like, hi, I watch your videos, I like your channel, or something like that. You don't have to be worried or panicked or anything like that. I would definitely do a meet and greet if we can keep it chilled and maybe have it in a park, maybe St. Stephen's Green, or maybe down Eyre Square. Oh god, I'd love that. Chrissy Diane says, was it easy to start a YouTube channel? Would you recommend doing it? I would recommend to anybody to start a YouTube channel, as long as your intentions are good with it. I get an awful lot of requests from girls being like, how do you get free products? And if I started a YouTube channel, how quickly would brands start sending me out stuff? That's not the right way to go about it, because guys, there's years and years of doing this before you actually start to get paid or get noticed by brands. I still get like shocked when brands actually notice me, and I find it amazing. I would never do this for money. I would never do this for brand products or something. It just happened like that. It was a hobby of mine. I used to film on a Sunday and upload like on a Friday or something like that, because it was the only day I had available to edit and upload. It was just the only day I was off. So definitely do it if you have good intentions, or you really want to start it and you find that it might be a good hobby for you, or maybe it might help with your confidence, or you might get to like talk to other people online. Then 100% do it. You won't regret it. I love every day being on YouTube. I'm going to answer 3 more questions. I'm going to take one from Instagram, one from Snapchat, and one from Twitter right now. So we'll start with Instagram again. Okay, this one is from Amy Shovlin. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I should definitely know how to say people's surnames. What is your favourite TV show and why? She's Irish too, and an Irish leprechauns have to stick together. Would you ever do a meetup? So I've answered the meetup thing. My favourite TV shows: Family Guy, Law and Order SVU, CSI Las Vegas, Simpsons, Friends, Skins, The In-Betweeners, like all reruns of old series that probably are not even on TV anymore. And the Game of Thrones. Wow, I love the Game of Thrones. Wow. Okay, so that's my Instagram one. And do one more Snapchat one. So the next question is from Hayley DP98, and she says, can you give tips on starting a good YouTube channel? Okay, a good YouTube channel does not necessarily mean you have to have good lighting, good camera, good whatever. It just means that you have to have a good personality. A lot of people say that YouTube is about so many different elements, like, you know, who you know, what you know, brands promoting you, whatever. But in my opinion, it's got to do all with personality, because there's so many people online that I don't care what videos they're making, I just want to watch them. So for instance, Bunny of Graveyard Girl, she does videos like testing out toys, she does unboxing videos and stuff like that. Not something that I would ordinarily watch, but because Bunny's personality is so captivating, or she's just so interesting, I love her. So a whole part of a successful YouTube channel, in my opinion, is got to do with the person's personality. I also think it's great at targeting your audience too, getting them involved, talking to them. I love talking to you guys. I think you guys are the best. I have one of the best support groups ever, and I love talking to you daily. So I think it is important to interact a lot. I have a video all about starting a YouTube channel, which I will link down below, that may help you if you want to start up. Finally, Twitter, and then I think we're done, because this video is going to be like 50 minutes long. The last question on Twitter is from Louise Corbally. She says, what is your least favorite thing about being a YouTuber? So my least favorite thing, and I've talked about this on Snapchat, is actually that it's just me. It's so tough, and I guarantee at least maybe like 60, 70, 80% of the channels that you watch, there's not just one person doing it. There's a team behind them. So there is somebody to do the editing, someone to help with the voiceovers, someone to help with, you know, lighting, and someone to help with a whole load of litany of different things. I just do everything myself. So I reply to emails myself, I reply to Snapchats, Instagram messages, I do all my Facebooks, I do every single thing on this channel, editing, uploading, scheduling videos, anything that needs to be done. Like if I need to meet companies or talk to companies, I don't have a representative, I have to go do all that myself. I have to pay for my own travel for certain things, like if something's somewhere down the country and I have to go to it, I have to be seen to be there. I have to go to something, I pay for all that myself. So it can be kind of tough. It is the hardest thing about being a YouTuber, is that there is only one you, and you know, I don't have a team behind me. Some people do have teams now. I know there's a load that don't, like Shanexo for instance. She does an awful lot of her own stuff. I know she has people working in her business and stuff, but she does a lot of the work all herself. There are an awful lot of YouTubers who do everything themselves, down to editing, emails, everything like that. I'm not taking away from any of them, but I'm not taken away from anyone who has a team behind them. I wish I had a team behind them. I just couldn't afford to pay anybody to do anything like that for me. But that is the toughest thing, that you are only one person. Also, all the crap that people want to like spew out at you, it's just directed at you. So in no other job in the world would you have to deal with crap. Like I know people come into a shop and they might be a bit annoyed, you know, this product didn't work for me and you're so incompetent at your job. I've had that as well when I worked in retail. But you can go over to your friend and you could say, this woman, you know, she's not happy, and can you maybe come over and help, or can we sort this out, or you know, there's someone else there to kind of take off a little bit of the pressure, and it's not all on you. Whereas hate comments are directed at you. They're directed how ugly you are, your voice is annoying, or your hair's disgusting, or that lipstick doesn't suit you. It's directed straight at you, and it's always a personal insult. Sometimes it's hard to take, sometimes I'm like, whatever. Depends on the day that you're having. So that is the hardest thing about being a YouTuber. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Q&A, loved making it for you, and all of those things I just talked about that aren't great about being a YouTuber, they're totally outweighed by all the positives, like you guys, the nice comments that I get, the lovely feedback, the helpful criticism that some of you guys give me, because I'm all for constructive criticism. I love getting that. It helps me grow as a person. And also the lovely personalities that I see here, and then meeting people in the public. I love all of that. So there is so many more positives than negatives to YouTube. So that's why I always say to any of you guys who want to start it, go for it, do it. So thank you so much guys for joining me today on this Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I answered your question. If not, then stay tuned for another one. I will try and do these monthly, if not like maybe more frequently. Talk to you guys very, very, very soon. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.